is Severe Weather Week on Eyewitness News. Hurricane season is here, and Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca and the Pinpoint Weather Team are helping you prepare.
Tony, you were telling us at 5 that today is the anniversary of Hurricane Bob. A good reminder that there's still a long way to go in this year's hurricane season, right?
Exactly. I mean, Bob, 22 years ago, and up until that point back in 1991, Bob was only the second named storm of the hurricane season. But even in a slow year like 1991, you always have to be prepared. With Hurricane Sandy still fresh in everyone's mind, southern New Englanders are more mindful of this year's hurricane season. It's here. We're in the heart of hurricane season. In fact, 80% of all named storms occur between the months of August and October. And the new hurricane forecast has been issued by the National Weather Service. Now, the numbers have come down slightly, but still anticipating an active season, a 70% chance of an above normal season with 13 to 19 named storms. So far, we've had 5. Of those, 6 to 9 would be hurricanes, and of those 6 to 9 hurricanes, 3 to 5 anticipated to be major hurricanes, category 3 or higher. But regardless of whether it's an active or inactive season, it only takes one. Case in point, Hurricane Bob, the last hurricane to directly strike southern New England, occurred during an inactive season. There were only 8 named storms back in 1991, but this proves it only takes one. We spoke with the director of the National Hurricane Center, Dr. Rick Knabb, about how important it is to prepare now.
There's still the possibility of a threat or potentially severe impact in the Northeast this year. You have to prepare equally every year and prepare for all of the hazards that a tropical storm or hurricane can bring your way.
Our beautiful southern New England coastline is very unique, especially with 2 large bays, Narragansett and Buzzards Bay.
It's a very complex coastline, of course, and you may live in an area that you might think, well, I'm not on the immediate beach, I'm not vulnerable, but there are places that can flood due to storm surge in your area that folks might not realize.
Always have a plan in place, whether it's a major winter storm or a hurricane.
But we just need to make sure that folks realize that there are a lot of things you can do today.
And one of those things you can do today to prepare, find out if you live in a storm surge evacuation zone. And if you do, have a plan in place if you're told to evacuate.
Now, we have even more vital information on how you can prepare on our website. It's WPRI.com. Find out how to put together a storm kit for yourself and your family that will keep you up and running for at least 3 days if the power goes out.
And we're bringing you Severe Weather Week coverage in every newscast this week. Tony, what do you have new coming up for us at 6?
Well, coming up, we're going to take a closer look at what we call the storm surge, and when the wind drives those massive piles of water onto the shoreline. Tell you why emergency managers call it the #1 hazard to be aware of. So it's a good idea to take a look at if you live in a flood evacuated zone in the storm surge areas and how you can better prepare yourself.